Hey guys, my name is Joe and I am the owner of Fence Pro Solutions. So this video is going to show you how to set up your account as far as registering and then also putting in all your prices and all that kind of good stuff. So first what we're going to do is go into the register. The reason why you do need to register is because otherwise your pricing is just not going to be saved. So then every time you have to come in here, you're going to have to do it over again. So what you're going to do is just put in your information. Here I'll just make up an email address. Okay, so we'll sign up. It'll take a few seconds while it adds you to the account. All right, so underneath it says successfully registered, click here to log in. So this is where you put your information in. Okay, so we logged in. The first thing you have to do is you have to go up to this up top where it says set up your styles. So in here, you have a few options. You have aluminum, cedar, chain link, pressure treated, and vinyl. So what you want to do, we're going to do vinyl today because that's probably 70% of our business, so it's probably similar for you. Here, we call ours the Georgetown. And then next, you're going to click the height in inches. So in our case, we're going to do 6 foot, so 72 inches. The color is going to be white, and the length. Now, this is the length of the spacing, not of the panel itself, but the spacing of the post. So for our vinyl, it's usually about 95.5 inches. It's just a half inch short of 8 feet. So you got that. Next, you would just put in your panel price. So at this point, this is what you are charging your customer. I'm just making something up at this point. So, panel price is $150. Honestly, right now, this cap price is not working correctly. It does not figure out the cap pricing for you. I have to get that fixed. But I'm having a hard time trying to find someone that'll actually fix this for me at this point, but everything else works. Post price, say 35. Gate price. Now with the gate price, you do want to include the price for all your hardware and all that kind of stuff because that is not a function of this. So just put it all together. And I guess I should have changed this. So let's do 325 and 375. Okay. After that, you saved it, says it's successfully saved. So that's done. Okay. So the next part you want to go into is our pricing. So this is what your actual prices are. So that way, when you run this report, when you're done, you'll have an idea how much it, what you're going to end up charging your customer, as well as what your cost would actually be as well. So this is for your price for your 3-foot gate, your 4-foot gate, 5-foot gate, panel, post, cap. Again, cap doesn't matter. Sorry. You can, for now, what you can do to bypass that is basically just put in the cap price in with your post price so it's all together for you. So let's just say the gate's that 75 and then 200. The panel price is just say it costs us 100. Post price, just say it costs us 18. Cap, again, doesn't matter. So we are going to save that. So that's in it. Lastly, what we're going to do is you're going to go up to the Setup Labor tab. Now, for us personally, we charge a different price for each post that we install. So aluminum and chain link is going to be a cheaper price than the vinyl pressure treated or cedar. The reason for that is like aluminum, I'm sure you know, is just a hell of a lot easier to install. So that's why I always have it like that. If you charge the same price, then leave it all the same price. So for vinyl, charge per post is $35 for us. Now, common settings for removal, hard hold charges. Now this says removal, but that's really not correct. That's the removal charge here. In our case, we charge $2 a foot for removal on average. Hard hold charges. So this is like if you have to deal with concrete or you have to deal with asphalt, whatever. We typically charge an extra $50 a hole for that. So we're going to save for the labor and we're all set. Okay. So after that, what we're going to do is click on the Fence Pro Solutions here. There you go. So when you come up to the screen now, you're going to click the category. Now, the ones that you choose or is set up so far, which is the vinyl that we did, that's going to be under the My Own Styles. Okay, so you're going to hit vinyl, panel type, Georgetown, height 6 foot, and then color is white. Now you can set this up for the other colors as well, obviously. So now what we're going to do is just click somewhere on the map. You're going to put in the distance. So we're pretending that, your house is here and then we're going to the left. So let's just pretend it's 12 feet to the left, hit left. Pretend it's 80 feet going back. And then just say it's 60 feet across the back. And then we're coming up in another 80 feet. And then we're going to add a gate. Actually, we're going to cancel that. Just say it's 3 feet over. Then we add a gate. Just say it's a 4 foot gate. Click to the left, and then just say it's another 7 feet to the left. That connects the house. So we're done. We're going to come down here. How many feet of removal? So if you're actually removing the fence or how much you're removing, just put how many feet you're removing there. How many hard holes? So like if you're dealing with concrete on the left side, you might be dealing with 3 holes that are in hard holes. So you would just put 3 there. In our case, I'm leaving it blank because we don't have hard holes. And then are we installing it? Yes, we are. See, you could use this as well if someone just wants to come in and buy material from you. So we're going to calculate it. Takes a few seconds, and then after that, you're going to download. So we'll click on this. So here's the report. What you're going to see is a total of 3 pages, okay? What's nice about this is you can basically hand the first page to your customer along with the second page if you'd like with the drawing, and then the third page is specifically just for you. So what we're going to do is if you look up here, it'll tell you how many of the Georgetown you need. So this is 28 full sections up here, okay? It also tells you all the cut pieces that you're going to need, okay? So if you look down here, it will actually figure out the cut sections for you as well. You can do this math on your own just to kind of verify, but this has worked pretty well for us. Okay, tells you how many your gate, tells you your corner post, how many end posts, and how many line posts you need. And then for us, for this size job, this would be about $7,500 to the customer. So it figures out the total materials, the regular materials, and then it tells you how many cut sections for that you need, which is another $450 because it's 3 sections at $150. And then it'll add those 2 together for a total of $62.60. Okay. Next, it'll tell you the labor charges. Since there's 36 posts times $35 is a total of $12.60. So it'll be the $12.60 plus the $62.60 equals $75.20. Simple. And you saw how quick we did that, right? Then you got your drawing here, which we don't need. Now this is the next part. So this calculates your cost for the materials. So you would have to go in and figure, typically we charge $35 a post for install, and it usually costs me about $35 a post, in labor, between labor, concrete, all that kind of good stuff. So you would just add the 2. So at this point we have $39.23, right? And so it's $39.23 is our cost plus your labor charges of $12.60. So our total out of pocket is going to be $51.83. Okay. If we take that off of the $75.20, that means that we're looking at a profit of $2,337 for this job. Simple. So that's really about it as far as how to use this. Now, if you want to go through and just say you want to change this price for this, like just say your pricing next year went up. What you're going to do is you're going to come down to your styles and open this up. So this will show you, all your things. So at this point, we only have the Georgetown set up, but you would just go over and you would change whatever it is. If you find out that you put in 96-inch spacing by accident, you're like, why the hell am I coming up short? It's because you're really at 95.5. Change that to 95.5. And then also with your pricing. So if you're going to start charging your customer, then you would go through and change all this stuff. Okay. After you're done, you would just hit Save Changes. Again, if you want to go into the R pricing, if your prices went up, then you would go into here and change whatever you need to. So if the gates are now, 175, they all went up like $25, you would do this. Save that. That's pretty much the whole thing. That's all you really need to do. It's pretty simple to use. If you find any issues, please let me know and I'll get them taken care of. But we use this on a regular basis and we have not seen any issues. Over time, I will add a little bit more features to this because it's not 100% perfect, but it's like 90% there. For us personally, like you saw how quick we end up drawing this up and it shoots everything out for you. So, before it would take you time to figure out how many sections, posts, and then manually figure out how much that stuff's going to cost. And then you come up with a quote that way. Now you just draw this out and you're good to go. In total, it probably saves you about 10 minutes per quote and probably a few minutes, maybe 5 minutes for material orders. So in total, you're saving about 15, 20 minutes of time per job. If you're doing 250 jobs, you're looking at, so 15 minutes times 250 jobs is 62 hours that you would end up saving. Now, you are going to be using this a lot for quotes probably, so that's where you're really going to save some time. If you're doing 40 quotes a week and they each save you 10 minutes, you're looking at about 346 hours that you're going to end up saving. So it is helpful. I would definitely use it. And if you have any questions, please let me know. Thanks again.